Happy Friday and welcome to our first ever Industrial Automation Roundup. My name is Mike Peters. I'm the founder and president of PITCO Engineering, and we have had some wild times the last 2 weeks. We have heard from a lot of people, especially from my sales team, that some of the companies in our industry are no more. So a lot of the prospects that we called earlier this year are no longer in business. We touched base and they had a tough time this year. And I was posting a video a couple of days ago, last week, somewhat around that time, and was asking the LinkedIn community as well as on YouTube and then on TikTok and all those other social media platforms where all those robotics companies, system integrators, and service providers like we are hang around. And the messages that I got, they were stunning. So I would say it's about a 50-50 mix between people that told me that the industry is quite slow right now for them, and 50% that said, no, we're doing great. We have a lot of stuff to do. We have the books full with contracts. We're doing projects right now, and everyone is happy. So very mixed, very mixed. And I wanted to take the opportunity to start this, live stream, and just wanted to, touch base with everyone that is watching this. And you're welcome to, post something in the comment. We can do live Q&A here too. But a little bit like about what this should be about. This should be about, encouraging everyone that, business doesn't have to be bad. The economy is not that bad. We have a lot of stuff to do. We have a lot of stuff coming up. And as long as you don't own 100% market share in your specific niche already, then what industrial is about. So we talked about, businesses going out of business. On the other hand, the 50% of the people that reached out to me saying, no, everything good. I just wanted to share a little bit of data from our business here at PITCO Engineering, and just for those who don't know us yet, PITCO Engineering is a provider of industrial automation equipment, engineering, with design, with work in machinery manufacturing. So much to us, the data I can share year grew to 29% for 24 not up. That's a good thing. And but what I can say is that a lot of the projects that we took on in this year have shifted away a little bit from some industries and shifted a little bit more to other industries. A few numbers here. So last year, 2023, the total year 2023, we had about 75% of our projects were in automotive, 10% steel, 2% logistics, 7% oil and gas, and about 3% in food and beverage. So this year looks a little different. This year, for us, automotive has, that's also from a lot of the companies, mainly in automotive, that they went out of business. This year, automotive only makes up 32% of our total revenue, at least until now. So still at 10%, grew drastic. We're at 35% now for logistics, 22% oil and gas. That also grew a lot. Food and beverage, we didn't have that much this year. It's just 1%. But it's also, what also has shifted is the types of services that we offered last year, or last that we, when it comes to percentage, we had about like engineering, development, and so on. 50% project and about 30% installation. This down in commitment to 4%, and we have about 48% in installations, mechanical as well as electrical installations. So we have pivoted. Yeah, we saw the slowdown in automotive too, especially with all those projects in the EV world that were delayed or were postponed indefinitely. Work that does it's happening. Way more of that business going back to normal Illinois, Chicago area. So everything is shifting, and so should you too. It's not only that you have to in order to stay in business, unless you have like a big bank account, because you can't count on those bigger greenfield projects through on. Again, greenfield projects are the worst when it comes to that. Supply chain is still not where we want it to be, and decision makers are not as fast as we would like in the project world often. But that being said, we found a great resource. They're called Industrial Sales Leads. They have a blog where they share a lot of data. They do a lot of research via permits, where permits for new manufacturing facilities, for new manufacturing projects, updates, extensions, and so on. And what they found, and we're going back to the data from 2023, because we all know that, even if someone applies for a permit right now, that project is not going to be kicked off before a year later. So total of 1,799 projects in the manufacturing industry for either extensions or new projects, greenfields, brownfields, and so on. 568 of those were new construction, almost 600 expansions, renovation, almost 700 plant closings, 176 new projects were it's in and as New York numbers in Ohio, California, North Carolina, 87, Tennessee, 67. Growth state is the highest growth in was Nevada, according to Industrial Sales Leads, with 50% more projects than the previous year. And when it comes to opportunities, they mentioned that about 1,300 of those 1,799 projects are equipment, it's control and compress systems. That's even more. It's like 1,570. Control systems and instrumentation, 1,463. Conveyors, the same. Cranes, 1,300 and some. And then material handling and storage equipment at 1,616 projects. The other is that, project out, we just, just don't get in that. So I on that side, still industrially have growth there for free, and then they have also a paid subscription model. We're not affiliated with them, but I'm sharing that data here with you from their website. Altogether, like a lot of EV projects that are mentioned here, billions of dollars in investments that were applied for, and they that will be side of that all from data, the logistics up from, a crazy small number in the last year. Last year, logistics was only 2% of our business, and we're talking material handling. We've done a lot of cold storage and projects like that. We have big Walmart project. The key for you guys to pivot is really what's going to keep you in business. I know that some companies are just too specialized with the products that they develop that they don't fit into other industries. But if that isn't the case for you and you don't own 100% market share in your market, what is the United States, in the world, in and that's a lot of our companies that call it complaining about not enough work. If you don't own 100% market share, there's always something that you can grab from someone else. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but have a better offer, have a better value proposition, and remember, like the the money is to the marketplace. So it's about price. It's about easy with having enough trust in you in order to that's always a big one for companies to work with industrial engineering service provider, right? So we don't create any of our own IP. Most of the time we're creating IP for companies that needs to trust. They need your capability, what you're offering. I see this all the time. I mean, we are at home in multiple verticals, but there's huge differences in that totally different. Aware of that, and if you're seeing experience in and PLC programmer as a PLC programmer, you are mistaken, and therefore keep this in mind. But there's enough work out there for everyone, and if you can't find work, do some research. There's tons of projects. From what alone I have seen on industrial sales leads, just to stick with that, there's about 150 new projects for a month. July, it was 164, and about the numbers going down. The number going down, there's still 164. That's a lot of projects, and that's a lot of work that I know from my experience. A lot of the system integrators, they're not set up to have everyone they need at all times in-house. That's why a service company like ours are in business. We're coming in, we're helping system integrators out when they don't have enough people, and that's okay. Otherwise, all their profits would go out of the window the moment a project ends and there's a gap between one project and another. So enough work out there for everyone. So we have to see where this is going. Future projects we know of in the automotive industry, for example, for everyone that is baked into the automotive industry, BMW is going to have a major product change that's probably going to happen over the next 2 to 3 years. We know that there's going to be an update to some of the Volkswagen products. There's going to be updates to Tesla products, even though they kind of seem slow right now when it comes to new projects, but concentrating more on software, concentrating more on their fully self-driving capabilities, what I think is a good thing. But more to come. Rivian installs a lot of stuff in Illinois. That there's going to be a lot of work there in automotive. We know that based on research that we have done, that Ford is soon going to move forward with their Blue Oval City. They're hiring a lot of launch managers. That means it's soon going to kick off. Yes, there also have been layoffs up in Michigan, from what I heard in the truck world. But that was a discontinuing of a product that was long overdue to run out. So, but also don't forget all the tier one suppliers of the automotive companies. When there's product changes, they have to change their machinery too. They have to update their machinery, maybe not the whole welding cell, but there's new equipment going in all the time, and that is something that you should keep in mind when you're looking for work. So, what else is going on? So logistics. We know that Amazon is planning huge, expansions in their warehouses. Not only in their existing warehouses, but I heard someone saying that they're also building three huge distribution centers in the United States where there's a lot of automation going in, lots of robots, lots of AGVs, lots of AMRs, lots of conveyor technology, and there's opportunity everywhere. Walmart, the same, you know, pivot. Pivot is really what needs to be pivoting is really what needs to be done in order to really kill it in the marketplace. Reach out to your peers. I mean, this is supposed to be a platform where people share, their knowledge about where is what going on. If you have a project in front of your nose, in front of your face, and you can fulfill that, call an engineering service provider. We can help you out with that. You make money, we make money, customer's happy, everyone else is happy. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going on in the industrial automation industry, because when I look at just the projects that stuck out here from industrial sales leads, the biggest one being Texas Instruments, who invests like $30 billion in a new facility or multiple ones. Automotive manufacturer, $795 million in Flint and in Bay City in Michigan. And in some occasions, they even mention when that's supposed to be completed. That should give you an idea when they're starting putting the equipment in. And then the only thing you have to find out, I know I say the only thing you have to find out is who are the integrators that are delivering the machinery. Tons of stuff. And beyond that, EV is gonna be something that is probably gonna, be on hold for a little bit longer until election is over, and to see like what kind of changes will be made to that IRA. Depends on who gets elected. There might be movements there, but altogether, I think a lot of the companies, they're already too far into their project to pull the plug, really. I can't imagine that 100% of the companies will pull out of EV if, for example, Trump gets reelected. I doubt it, and if Harris gets elected, then I think EV is going to be full force forward. Absolutely. That's what we see. Let me know in the comments what you think about all that. Let me know if there's anything we can do for you guys, and we will, continue to, maybe even invite some guests next week to do a industrial automation roundup. I just wanted to encourage everyone that, it's not the economy, it's not the lack of projects, it's doing research and, storming forward what holds you back if you have problems, because there's so many companies out there that we spoke to that told us, no, we're busy, we're doing business with them because they're so busy. So it's possible in this economy to really kill it, because none of you own 100% market share in anything. Well, maybe with a few exceptions, but automation is going to be around, period. Like with the rate at what people are retiring right now, skilled labor shortage, we have that really in the Western world, in Europe the same, but here in the United States too, we have that everywhere, right? So more and more automation is going to be installed in even smaller manufacturing companies, and at this point, automation, it's getting cheaper and cheaper, like on two ends. First, like labor cost is going up. Second, the cost of automation is going down. There's great companies out there that enable manufacturers to do either do-it-yourself automation or enable smaller integrators or engineering service providers to help them automate their tasks and their processes. So future is bright, guys. So I would say we keep it at this. If anyone has questions, post it in the comments. Other than that, we will see each other next week. See ya.